Well, hey, there you go, America. But um, Hazbin Hotel, if you're not aware, it's a animated television show that takes place in hell, and it depicts obviously the lords of the abyss, all that good stuff, gremlins and everything. And one thing I want to focus on is a character named Angel Dust, and it's the most prolific character out of the entire series. If anything, I think Angel Dust is the only character that really people can say by name. Like I'm telling you, I don't even remember the main character. The only person I remember is Angel Dust and the radio demon.
Charlie, Charlie, the radio demon. I always remember Charlie's is because she's like the most non-demon like character in the show, and it's like,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
she's
Can
trying to rehabilitate. What's it called? Her
rehabilitate,
her
rehabilitate.
rehabilitate. There we go. I can't say
You still didn't say it right. Rehabilitate. Re.
rehabilitate. There we go. Shit.
There you
Rehabilitate.
go.
You're trying to rehabilitate. Ow!
We'll move past that part. Trying to rehabilitate the demons, and it's fine. And actually, I'm kind of glad that you brought up that part because Angel Dust was actually one of the first demons that Charlie tried to rehabilitate. But in the series, I have no clue how Angel Dust ended back up with Valentino. But Valentino is essentially a demon that Angel Dust is contracted with. And in the show, I don't know if it's how many episodes is it out, but in one of the scenes in the episode, it depicts a very vulgar and graphic scene of what I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, and
So,
assault and physical
it was
yeah, assault and physical abuse. And it's not only the depiction of the abuse, but you can hear the emotion. I love, love the voice actors for the series. They did a phenomenal job of showcasing this, but that's not why we're talking about it. The reason why we're talking about it is because you have, dare I say it, hobgoblins saying that this show is trying to glorify assault. And that's just not true, sweetie. It's just not true, sweetie. It's not. Because for the show to glorify assault, it would have to be making the assault into a joke, or either making the assault into something that's actually supposed to be praiseworthy. I do not think that scene showcased anything that was praiseworthy about Valentino's actions or the way that he handled Angel. Now, America is fucked. We all know this. And over the years, we have gained this new form of attraction towards abusers or abusers in relationship, clearly depicted by Joker and Harley Quinn throughout the several comics and several movies that happen with each other. But when it comes to that, America looked past it like, oh, that's fine, because of the fact that if anything, the same traits that Harley Quinn is dealing with Joker is the same shit that some people deal with in their actual relationships. But we refuse to talk about that. We refuse to say anything about that because of the fact, like, oh, it's animated characters. It's a comic book. We shouldn't think about too much about it. But we have to remember who is the main demographic that are watching these shows. Children.
you
It's
know
from
something. I'm gonna let you finish that. I just had a thought that's like kind of like ooh, but you finish that. You finish that statement.
the age demographic is literally from 12 and up. That is the age demographic for all comic books any superhero or supervillain movie in this animated TV show. That is literally the demographic that this show is being showcased to. Now, I'm not saying so much for Hazbin Hotel is being shown to 12-year-olds. I would say that's more 14 and up, 15 and up, 16 and up. That's more of it because of the vulgar language and just the several depictions of not only assault but drugs, guns, violent, death. All of it's all in there because all this is being taking place in hell. This is what you would expect from hell. And so that's why in this show in particular, it's not really an issue. It's more of the fact of the people that are watching this show and thinking that, oh, the people that are behind the show are trying to say that this is okay. No, sweetie, that's not what we're doing. If anything, I feel like this is a perfect representation of assault and abuse because not gonna put my foot out there, but shit like that is real. Angel suffers from Stockholm syndrome, severe Stockholm syndrome. He suffers from drug abuse, physical abuse. It's evident. And then the several amount of music videos that have this character in it, and it shows that this character is a broken character, but he uses his body to just feel alive. And people are saying that they're trying to glorify that. It's fucked up.
I would say there have been several instances in the last decade of souls romanticizing um these toxic traits and relationships, and that is Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, and Joker. What was it called? 13 Reason Why, 50 Shades of Grey, that whole franchise, which you know teenagers are gonna find ways to watch these movies. One, two, three movies. Oh my god, who would have thought the teenager was watching 50 Shades of Grey? Oh no, come on now, like parents, like parents, stop. We grew up watching this stuff. I would even say mangas and anime, killing, stalking. I have seen a lot of people that grew up reading killing, stalking. I knew because I even wrote a paper in high school about this when Suicide Squad came out about romanticism of toxic traits in these relationships and how I thought it was how I felt that it was bad for teenagers and kids that may watch these movies and people and adults and young adults they may watch this movie and it be a bad idea. And people was like, oh no, it's just a movie. It can't be. Well, who would have thought that my generation is a generation that is the broken generation because of all the broken media choices that we've been given. Who would have thought that? Well. Some of them like the abuser, like the bad boy type. Which I mean, every generation like the bad boy. That's just something that's been around since forever. Whatever, you know. But why is it so prominent in my generation versus every other?
Because
The,
that's what's been showcased in all forms
that's
of
that's
media.
what that's what that's what we've been growing up with since teenagers, dude. The last 7, 8 years, this is what we've been given by the media. We were 13, 14, 15, 16 when these shows were coming out, so it ain't our fault. So how is it that all these other shows that were coming out and Hazbin Hotel is now the show that we want to put our foot down and be like, yeah, this show is glorifying, this show is romanticizing. When all the other shows beforehand did it were actually doing the deed. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, if you want to make this show take accountability for the last decade of shows that were coming out and doing this bullshit, you're dumb. You are actually dumb, or you just blind, dumb, ignorant, arrogant to the truth, whatever. You don't have to be though. It doesn't take one Google search for you to go and look at the plethora of shows that came out before Hazbin Hotel. That maybe that the creator of Hazbin Hotel, who is I think she's like 20 something, like late, like
She's
mid or
also in her
late 20s.
20s. She's also in her
Like, oh my
20s.
god, who would have thought that she would have grown up watching the same shit that we did? So maybe that's why the characters are so fucked in the head, and that's maybe the inspiration that these characters take place from like a team. What's it called? Not Degrassi. Degrassi. Fuck.
Don't ever in your life to compare Degrassi to Hazbin Hotel. If
Oh, I'm not. I'm
if
not. I'm
Degrassi
just
was
saying
anything
shows
like
like that.
oh Zoe 101, uh Teen Diary, is it Teen Diary or is it Vampire Diary? It might be Teen Diary. Pretty Little Liars shows that
Pretty
come
Little
on
Liars.
I don't want to not Buffy, but
Like, look, hold up. Here, I just look. 13 Reasons Why, Euphoria, Riverdale,
I forgot about you.
Pretty Little Liars.
America.
All these shows. Where was the outcry then?
They was too busy. They was too busy enjoying the shows. That's why they was too busy giving the shows awards for being
Hell,
innovative.
I'll even say Empire. Fuck it.
Stop. That's black media. Stop. That's black media. We can't talk
I mean,
about
I-
that media. We can't talk
Man,
about
bullshit.
that media. Why? You want to represent the black people, man? It's hard for us to get out here and have our own shows, man.
I mean, you're not wrong. Definitely not wrong. But if everybody in my mind, and in my world, the way I'm gonna talk about it, everybody gonna get the criticism when I feel like the criticism is needed. Now, was it as bad as like these other shows, Empire? No, but it was still bad. It was still bad, but not even close. Snowfall, yeah, oh my god, especially
You can't forget
Snowfall was bad.
Oh Lord,
Bro. But then again, it's criticism of the show because the way people are talking about Hazbin Hotel now. We already know that these shows were made like this to show a genuine representation of what life is like during that time, in that stage of puberty and life in high school. Because we're not gonna act like high school isn't a fuck fest. Like maybe not to the level like it is in college when college just literally is a fuck fest, but it is just so much messed up. So much stuff happens during these times, and that's what these shows are going out of their way to tell you. Yo, this isn't cool, but literally, people are like talking about how they want relationships like these characters and how good these characters are in these certain scenes and stuff. And it's like, yo, but he's still an abuser. You know that, right? Like, well, it doesn't matter. Well, he was good in this episode. He was a good person. He's changing. Stop. Can we please stop stop the cap. Stop the. Well, I can change him. I can change her culture. Stop. Just stop.
I actually kind of like that culture.
I don't. I don't. Like the memes are funny, but the people that are genuinely like that in life, no.
Oh
you
yeah.
gotta stop. Just stop.
I met too many people like that in this world.
Tell me about it, man.
I can name two of them right off the top of my head too.
We're not gonna talk about those two people.
I'm so fucking petty.
Like,
Lord. But nah,
like
this
my Halloween party though. That's crazy, man. It is what it is.
But this is
if I could have that moment all over again, probably would. Anyway, right now it was still pretty dope. But not the bad parts. But yeah.
But I like this topic because it's a very serious issue, and I can personally give my input on it, and so that's even why I love talking about it. And so it's just it's a pretty fucked world when it comes to assault, and the people that have never dealt with it or had never been in a situation where it could have happened to them, they can never understand the mindset that you have when you're in a situation like that. It's not like, oh, you can just walk out of it. No, you can't just walk out of it. If you can just walk out of it, a lot of people would just walk out of it, but they just can't because of something that you just cannot understand. Maybe when it happened, Stockholm syndrome kicked in, and now they think that person is the only person they can rely on. Or when it happened, no one believed them. So it's a pretty fucked thing. But we can talk more about it after you watch the show. Because after I watch the show, I'll really know what I want to say. And if we have some people
Yes,
commenting, and if we have some people commenting on this video about the things that I say in the video, oh, I'm ready. I'm so ready. I really am. I'm like, my God,